Hi guys, Mark here. Welcome. In today's tutorial, we're going to be making an adjustable monkey's fist jig. This specific jig really shines when you're covering medium to large sized spheres. So you can easily use it to cover a golf ball, a pool ball, or an even larger sphere. Where this jig doesn't come in handy is in smaller projects where you're using smaller spheres, for example marbles. In those cases, use your hand as a jig. The jig is also very practical for demonstrating as well as teaching the monkey's fist knot. The structure of the knot is clearly visible, plus the passes in the knot are lined up neatly. So here is how the jig works. I have cut 4 slots into my piece of wood, then placed a threaded rod into each of the slots. At the front, the rods are secured using washers as well as nuts. At the back, the threaded rods are secured again using washers, and here I'm using wing nuts so that I'm able to loosen up the wing nut, move my rod into place, then retighten my wing nut, securing the rod in place. Each of the threaded rods can move independently from one another. We are now moving on to actually making our jig. This video is mostly intended as a rough outline of how to do this. All of the supplies, the hardware, the wood, the tools are going to vary according to your situation. You can use power tools, you can use hand tools, pretty much everything that you're going to need can be found in the local hardware store. To start making our jig, we're going to mark down the channels which we're going to cut out later on. So what I'm looking for here is the starting and finishing point for each of the channels. So first I'm marking down the inner point. Now I'm going to mark the outer points as well. Later on, I'm going to drill out these points. So the start and end of each of the channels. So these are the spots which I'm going to drill out. The hardware which we're going to be using is going to be a 1/4 inch in size, so M6 in metric. You will want a drill bit in the same size, so a 1/4 inch. We continue by drilling out the starting and finishing points in our channels. In some cases, you will want to double up the starting holes, this way you can push a saw blade more easily through the hole. We're going to connect the starting and finishing points either with a coping saw, or if you have one, a jigsaw. So here I am connecting the starting points and the finishing points in our channels. Now we're going to do a bit of sanding. This is optional. We continue by cutting off the part which we're going to be using for our jig off of the board. I've prepared the bottom plate as well as two supports which are going to hold our vertical piece in place. We're now going to glue everything together. After letting the glue dry, I'm going to secure the parts of the jig together using a couple of wood screws. I'm placing these at the bottom of the jig so that they are out of sight. If you have the option, countersink your holes. At this point, the woodworking part of our tutorial is done. We have a stable, solid jig. All it needs now is the hardware. Next, I'm going to cut 4 pieces of threaded rod. I'm going to do a bit of sanding to remove the sharp edges. Now our final assembly. So a nut, a washer, then on the other side, again a washer, and finally a wing nut. We do this 4 times. Our jig is now completely functional. In some cases, the threads on the rods can give you a bit of a challenge when you're trying to pull off your knot off of the jig. So here are a few suggestions of how to avoid this. You can file down the threads at the front here, but in my opinion, this is a bit too much work. Secondly, you can dip your threaded rods into wood glue, which is going to fill in the gaps between your threads. This is also not ideal. You can also tape up over your threads, which again works, but it's not ideal. The ideal solution would be to create your own custom partially threaded rods. So to do this, you would take a regular smooth rod, cut it to length, leave most of it smooth, and only add a couple of inches of threading. This way, you can use the threaded part for the hex nut, the washers, as well as the wing nut, and you can leave the rest smooth. Now the problem here is that not everyone has the thread cutting tools. The easiest way of smoothing out the threaded rods here at the front is to simply cut 4 pieces of hollow aluminum tubing, then sliding it over your rods, and you are done. So guys, that's it for today. An adjustable monkey's fist jig. Thank you for joining me and see ya next time.